Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we have two new products to review, namely a couple of the new Smashbox Halo Sculpt and Glow Face Palette. Always nice to see something new from Smashbox. They're still Smashbox. They're still super cool in my opinion. Speaking of a brand that's nice to see something new from, we also have the brand new Summer Fridays Dream Lip Oils. A couple of those here as well. Don't forget that you can also join me over on Instagram, TikTok, and on Threads. Okay, the new releases hit like a ton of bricks in early January, and I have fallen behind. I am normally so quick, but I only can upload, once a day, and I've fallen behind. Some of these products I've had for seemingly forever, or 4 days, and 4 days in the beauty world is indeed forever. And so it feels like I'm just so backed up. So I put more than one in each video so we could try to make some headway here. Let's talk about both. As you see, I have my base done here, but I got nothing else on my face, so we can try everything on. I'm actually wearing one of the Summer Fridays lip oils already. Okay, so let's talk about it here. First things first is Smashbox. You guys know Smashbox, and I've talked about this before. These are the Max Factor grandsons who started Smashbox. It's also a photography studio here in Los Angeles. They hosted Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week once when it actually came to Los Angeles. We thought LA was finally going to become kind of iconic for more than just red carpet fashion. It didn't turn out that way. But Smashbox hosted it, I remember it. And they do some really good releases. Smashbox really did some of the first really cool primers on the market and grippy primers and things before any of the others existed. There was Smashbox. So they have some really innovative formulas, and I don't think they should be discounted, especially with this brand new product. This is the Halo Sculpt and Glow Face Palette. They are $45 each, so a pretty penny. Let's talk about what they do. They come in 4 different shades. I purchased 2 of them, and we will swatch them in 2 different lights. I purchased Pink Saturation and Back to Cali, but there are 2 other colorways as well. These have in them a contour. Well, let me just show you here. They have in them a contour, a blush, and a highlighter. 2 blushes, actually, and a highlighter. They're really nice hard case here. Inside there is a mirror. The case is really attractive. Here's the pink saturation case. It's got a little bit of glitter and all sorts of fun stuff on it. It's really pretty. And the mirror inside travels with you easily. Has a little chart that they come with. I left in there for you guys. That gives some tips for application. For the most part, you can swirl the 2 blushes or choose the blush. You can contour or bronze with the bronzer shade. Let me take out this instructional piece of paper here. You can contour or bronze with this shade and then highlight wherever you want. There's not really much of a science to it, but if you want some professional advice, and who couldn't use that, they do have this little guide inside of it here. It has an interesting scent to it. I can't figure it out. It's not a sweet scent. It's not a perfume scent. It's just like a product scent. And I don't know why it hit me. It's not disgusting. It's not upsetting. It won't cause your migraines. But I didn't notice it. Kind of interesting. It dissipates when on the face. But here is the inside of the pink saturation. And then I want to show you the inside of the Back to Cali. We'll swatch it in just a moment here. Now, because here's Back to Cali, so a little bit of a more bronze, right? Cali, California bronzed look, and the casing on the Back to Cali. Because we're doing so much here, you guys, and I don't want to abuse your time because I know that you guys are busy. We're all busy, right? I am making very liberal use of timestamps below, so you can either scroll along the timestamps down below this video, or you can go into the description bar where they will be listed either way. But I would love to have you here for the whole thing, but trust me, I get it if you just have one product that you want to see. So we are going to play with those, one on each side of the face, but I also want to talk about lip oils. Boy, we are in our lip oil era as a beauty community, aren't we? And if you want to blame anyone, you can start by blaming Dior. That lip oil went so viral on TikTok. And my theory on this, you guys, if you will indulge me here, with timestamps, I can go off on my little bird walk talks here. My theory is that things like lip oils do very well in short form video. For example, TikTok, you can put them on, they look pretty on the lips, you can have dramatic music, you can do a close-up. So the lip oils really exploded, and now we're hearing so much in the news about 10-year-olds invading Sephora's. Have you guys heard all this? Apparently it's quite true. And they love the lip oils. You know, it's like lipstick without wearing lipstick. So everybody's going to get a lip oil. And though it seems like too much, you've got to understand every brand needs to have theirs. And let me tell you, these Summer Fridays are doing so well. They are currently at time of filming. They're coming back. But at time of filming, I saw they were sold out on Sephora. So these have done very well. Summer Fridays is a brand that to know them is to love them. So I think they just went really quickly. I picked up the shade Blush Dreams, which I have a little bit on now from a few hours ago. We'll reapply it together. And I picked up Rosewood Nights, which is this darker shade, and we're going to compare that because I have some thoughts on it. These are high shine and plumping and hydrating. I don't know if I'm just getting numb lips from so many lipstick try-ons. I don't feel really any tingling, maybe a little bit. I don't find it unbearable. And you guys know I have dry lips and usually I thought sensitive lips where I don't like that feeling of plumping. I suppose I do feel a little bit something going on with this one. I do, a little bit of a heat because of course generally plumping lip oils work by, let's face it, having something like a peppermint, cinnamon, something like that in it that, you know, irritates the lips a little bit, swells them up a little bit, makes them look plumper. So I suppose I could feel it a little bit. Weigh in down below. A lot of you have this product. Like I said, it kind of was in line to be reviewed by me, and I have been wearing it and playing with it. So weigh in down below with your thoughts about how this feels on the lips. It is, you know, a regular old lip oil, and the fact that it's gooey, it's retro-y. It's what we would have called gloss back in the day, but now it's called oil. And there was no particular scent to it, neither vanilla nor cinnamon nor anything like that I can tell. So nothing overwhelming, so to speak. All right, I want to try all this on. I want to do some more comparison, but let's just do some straight up swatches first in two different lights. First, here in studio lighting, we have both Smashbox palettes and the Summer Fridays glosses. We have the Smashbox Pink Saturation all the way left, followed by Back to Cali. And then we have our Summer Fridays Dream Lip Oil in Blush Dreams, followed by Rosewood Nights. Rosewood Nights is closest to my wrist, and that's in studio lighting. But let's see it a little better by taking it outside into the warm California sunshine. Again, we have Pink Saturation, Smashbox on the left, and Back to Cali Smashbox on the right. And then on Summer Fridays, we have Blush Dreams on the left and Rosewood Nights all the way towards my wrist. Now with Rosewood Nights, if you know anything about this channel, you'll know that I love brown lip gloss. And this started, and I've mentioned this before, with Hot Chocolate from Fenty. So when I was looking at these Gucci lip glosses, and these Gucci lip glosses, I didn't even know were going to be this controversial. Whenever I talk about this, people are like, you can get it from e.l.f. and it's so much cheaper. Okay. I just review it. Don't shoot the messenger. So this is the Suzanne Brown, which is my favorite of the Gucci's. And I do know you can get dupes of these. I mean, I review high-end and luxury makeup. You know, what can I do? Okay, so I wanted to look at this new Summer Fridays Rosewood Nights next to the Suzanne Brown from Gucci, because they're both new products. I think this is a little bit more mauve or mauve, but it's still kind of got that kind of brown look to it. And if we compare it to Suzanne Brown, I'm just kind of curious. I like Suzanne Brown better than the Fenty Chocolate, which I know it feels like blasphemy to say because that was my favorite for so long. Let me put this on here. And it is warmer than this too. So here is, if I may use this lip gloss wand, lip oil wand, as a pointer. Here is our Gucci Suzanne Brown, and here is our brand new Summer Fridays Rosewood Nights. Currently currently sold out on Sephora, but coming back, and I'll look for a place to link all these down below for you to actually be able to purchase if you'd like. And down below also has information on our $4.99 a month private members channel. We have members only lives every week. We have a lot of fun and super thanks and all that good stuff. Plus all the buying details for these are down below. Okay, so I still think I prefer the Gucci, but like I said, oh boy, there's a lot of backlash for that. Okay, so I am wearing and have been wearing for a few hours here the Blush Dreams shade of the Summer Fridays lip oil. So let's put a little bit more of that on. And then I will indeed put on this Rosewood Nights too. Now you're going to say to me, so they're not very long wearing? No. I mean, it's a lip oil. They're comfy and the hydration lasts, but I mean, are they like super long lasting? I think it's about 3 hours. Looks better reapplied, doesn't it? Looks better reapplied. It's a lip oil. Guys, it's a lip gloss. We're just calling them lip oils now. And I know, you're going to go, no, actually, the lip oils have more intense, okay, whatever. It's lip gloss. For all intents and purposes, guys, can we just dispense with all the silliness? It's just a different version of lip gloss, and a very nice one, but very kind of goopy, retro, thick. As you can even see, I bet it's doing it now. You know, it wants to gather at the lip line. I don't care, but if it bothers you, you might want to smooth that out, you know. All right, let's look at these Halo palettes from Smashbox, the Halo Sculpt and Glow Face palettes, and then I'll go ahead and switch up that lip oil so that you can see it. We have 2 palettes and 2 sides to my face, so let's go ahead and do that and see which one we like better. I do not contour. I brought over a bunch of different brushes here, but I will switch brushes for each palette so as not to cross-contaminate. I'm sensitive to that. Okay, I don't contour, as I was saying. I tend to just kind of warm the face up. So I'm going to take this Sonia G brush here right into what they're calling the contour shade, which does appear to be very light, and then I'll just warm my face up with it. Yeah, I want to say weird, but that's so negative. There's a bit of like a product smell to this. It goes away, but I mean, I kind of smell, I can't explain it. Almost like a plasticky smell. That sounds terrible. It's not negative. I just kind of smell product. Okay, can we even see that? Let's see. No, but not a fault of the product. It's a Rebecca skin tone fault. I'm a light medium. This is for my fair friends, clearly. I mean, I can see it, but you know. Okay, let's go ahead and go over here to a Wayne Goss brush. We're going to grab the number 12, and I'm going to just kind of swirl it in the 2 blushes here. You can use their instructions to go ahead and use the blush, you know, to kind of drape it differently to get a little bit of a differing effect. I have the worst complexion lately. I've had so many breakouts. I was trying a new cleansing oil from Dermalogica, and I think it broke me out. So I'm just looking here at my face. Okay, I am going to overemphasize this blush duo that I have kind of swirled around just to let you guys really see it. Really pretty. I wish the bronzer worked a little bit better. I'm going to try it on the eyes though. You know, if you tell me you give me a face palette, I'm using it on my entire face. Just saying. I want to travel with just this. Okay, let's go a little bit darker just so you guys can see. I'm not trying to look clownish or silly. I just really want you to see. But, you know, still very light for my skin tone. This is definitely for my fairer friends. Let's go ahead and switch to Rephr brushes. We've used Sonia G. We've used Wayne Goss. Let's go to a Rephr 15. And I'm going to take that shade that didn't show up too well on my face. And, again, not a fault of the product, just my skin tone. But if you are fair, boy, you'll love this. And it's nice and cool tone, so it would really work for contour, which is what it's supposed to be more than a bronzer anyway, to be honest. And I just kind of put that in the crease of the eye, and I can use the same 15 brush into this kind of the more peachy shade. This is kind of fun because it has a peach and a pink shade to it, which I kind of like. And I'm just kind of using that just kind of to define the eye. Maybe we'll put the pink shade underneath the eye. It's just kind of pretty. And then I'm going to take that same blush brush we were using, which is the 12, and go into the highlight. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's really pretty. What a pretty highlight. Funnily enough, this is a Wayne Goss brush, and this reminds me a little bit of that Wayne Goss highlight in his blush palette, just a little bit. That's really pretty. I hope you guys can see that. And then I'm going to take the brush that I used, which is a Refer 28, and just put a little bit of this into the inner corner of the eye, and maybe a little bit right into the center. I like to do that, number one, convenience. You guys know I love convenience. And number two, I like to do it because it does bring the whole face together, even though, of course, today, for our purposes here, I'm going to divide the face and not bring it together at all, obviously. Okay, but that is very pretty, albeit very much a selection for those with fair and fair or light skin, even my light medium. I mean, hey, it's better than nothing. It looks polished, but it's certainly not a striking look. I think we'll get a little bit more out of this second shade combo that I got, which is the Back to Cali. But I'm going to go off camera really quickly and take off this lip oil so that we can try on the Rosewood Nights. Stay right there. Okay, as we were saying about the lip oil, I have very, very efficiently taken off the lighter shade called Blush Dreams of the Summer Fridays lip oil. And my lips still feel really nice, and the color is not there anymore, but that oil, the moisture, the hydration is indeed left. It is indeed. So let's try on this darker one because I've been waiting to show you guys this one. I think I still like the Gucci shade a little bit more, but I can't fault this. These are a bit goopier than the Gucci too. Goopier than the Gucci. And see what I mean by goopy? It will kind of collect here or here. I don't care, but some of you might. No glitter flecks. You could still put this on without a mirror. I'm just saying that if you do put it on without a mirror, you know, you might get little spots of gloop. I don't know how else to say it. And of course we have this lighter side of my face already done with one of the Smashbox palettes, but let's try Back to Cali, maybe a little bit more appropriate for my shade of skin here. Let's see. I brought over another Sonia G brush that I use for bronzing. Yes, I can still smell that product scent. What is that? This is still a very light, remember, this is for contour. I mean, Smashbox does know what they're doing. These are cool toned and they're for contour. They're not really for warming up the face. They're cool toned. So in a way, I'm kind of not using the product the way Smashbox would recommend. I just don't contour. So, I mean, it works, it's nice, but they're really for contour. Very cool and very kind of gentle shades. Okay, let's switch up the blush brush as well. Also Wayne Goss, but this time the brush number 2. And I'm going to again go back and forth with these blushes. One is much more of a matte blush and one is much more of a highlighty blush. So if you choose to, you could put one, as I said, in the other palette on top of another. I just choose to put them on together. Much more appropriate for my skin tone. This would work maybe anywhere from light, medium to tan. But they have something for everybody. And I am going to way overdo it, again, not to be clownish, but just to kind of show you guys how it looks. And I think it's becoming very apparent. I like mixing them, but you know, if you want to kind of drape one shade on top of the other, you can do that as well. All right, a little bit more appropriate for my skin tone, but still with that very light kind of cool bronzer, which is, if you like to contour, can be a blessing because it makes it a little bit foolproof, but you'd really have to put it on there if you're anything other than fair. And some of you might just love that. Okay, again, I have some Refer eye brushes here that I want to do. I'm going to put, this one is the Refer 16. I am using different brushes than the other palette. And you can definitely already tell the difference in the contour shade that I am using in the crease of my hooded eye between this eye and this eye. On this eye, you know, the pink palette is definitely for somebody who is much, much more fair than I am. fairer than me. Okay? And I'm going to take this shade here and just do this across the lid. Yeah, this shows a lot better on my skin tone and is a little bit more flattering. But it's nice to know that it's very inclusive. You know, we have trouble finding shades that work for our deepest skin tones, but also conversely for our most fair skin tones. And I'm going to put this into the inner corner. The beauty industry tends to definitely shoot for the middle, don't they? Which is just my luck, but we are a much more diverse world than that. So I am getting an eye look that is much more flattering, noticeable for my skin tone, and that is important to take into account. And if I take that same Wayne Goss brush that we used for the blush, I can take that highlighter and put that on as well. The highlighters and the highlighter and the bronzer don't seem that different, but they are. Yeah, I'm piling this on, you guys. I just want you to be able to see it. That's really pretty. For me, I'll tell you, I might as well find a fair feathered friend to give that pink to. That doesn't do anything for me, but this Back to Cali certainly does. It's very flattering. You can see that there. And very pretty. Just kind of a quick, easy full face. And like I said, I like to put the eye in there as well. It ties the look together. Plus it's so quick, so easy, so good for travel and such. Just really, really pretty. I am super happy with that. Okay, and in terms of the lip oils, it's a lip oil. You know, the Summer Fridays are $26, if I didn't say, which is a little bit more affordable than some of the others. I'm starting to hear, and this is with the kind of younger TikTok crowd, but this is interesting. I'm starting to hear that the dupes, you know, like e.l.f. makes, and that's not a brand I review, though I have great respect for them, but those kind of dupes and saving money on these lip oils is kind of becoming cooler than splurging. That doesn't really affect me, but just kind of so you know that that thinking is out there. So the $26 for these is probably what made them disappear so quickly. Everybody loves Summer Fridays. They can do no wrong. I am definitely, now that I pay attention for the review, I'm definitely feeling an absolute cooling sensation on the lips, more so than I did before. It's not bothering me, but it's a kind of a minty cool feeling, but no scent or anything like that. And the scent that I smelled with the Smashbox product is just kind of when you first open up the palette. I bet you it's going to go away. It's probably the materials used, but I don't smell it on my face. And trust me, I would let you know, because when you put something really scented on your face, it's right by your nose and you can't get away from it. So it's frustrating, and I'm not feeling anything like that at all, or sensing or smelling anything like that at all. Really pretty. Pink does nothing for me, but for my fair friends out there, and they go definitely deeper. The Back to Cali is not the deepest, but this side of my face here would work anywhere from light medium all the way through tan, probably deep as well if you were to use a lot of it, and fair if you were to use it sparingly, of course. And I could have piled on this pink shade probably a bit more. I don't know about that contour though. Let me know, how many of you still really contour? If you can work the magic and contour your face well, it is so flattering. It's just not something I take the time to do, but if you do, I think you'll like these cool contour shades in this Smashbox Halo palette. So you can let me know that down below. What is the last product that you have purchased from Smashbox and Summer Fridays? I kind of like the fact that they're both in this video, because to me, they're these really cool niche brands that are so cool, and you know, if you know, you know. You know, like sometimes it doesn't have to be Dior to be cool. But this is where I'm kind of interested in all of your thoughts, your thinking, to let me know. All of this will be linked below. Don't forget to share and like, and of course, subscribe if you haven't. I need your help getting to 20,000, so please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.